Anyway,
Anyways, good morning, everyone. We are all in alignment with Anita and Cheryl,
Cheryl,
or wherever she is in my pointing finger world today. And
what are we
what
doing?
what do
What
we
do we
do? Oh
do?
yeah, what do we do? Oh, I don't know. We wear silly glasses. And the reason we wear these silly glasses is because we want to bring awareness to your environment, your
Yes.
space, the place that you spend, well, I don't know, 30, 50% of your life, that place you call home, that intimate place that you should be feeling so good in, but doesn't
Yes.
always happen. And yeah,
Look how
and there's a reason.
your body changed when you said that. Like our bodies are such a good indicator.
Oh yeah, we're
Anyway,
like we're a tuning fork, right? Wah, 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 wah,
we
wah, wah, wah,
ourselves.
wah, 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 wah.
And our topic or our theme for the day always comes from Sarah Catherine Collins Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck. Just gonna say. She is an amazing woman, by the way.
Yep, she is.
Is she six-time international
Yeah,
best-selling author,
yeah,
Hay House?
yeah.
It's a little bit of wisdom. Just a little.
She is the only person that I personally know
Mm-hmm.
that has sold over 1 million copies.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to do as an author, right?
Yes.
That's a that's a big thing. Yeah.
Yes, it is. And I'm just jotting down the numbers because I got the cards already. Like they flew out
Of
like
course.
nobody's business.
Oh, good morning, Kate, all the way from Houston, Texas. Karen, where are you? Karen from Denver, Colorado. Where are you? Come on in, ladies.
All right.
Let's have some fun on the
Let's
Feng
have
Shui
some
Friday.
punching. So, first card that came out.
Yep.
Secondary entrances.
Oh,
Number 41.
I love secondary entrances. La, 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 la.
Yep.
Yeah.
Second card,
Mirrors. Oh,
How
that's a
often
good
do we
one
see those
too.
across from entrances?
Yeah.
And the third one, the master bedroom, number 31.
Ooh.
So we've got cards 41, 7, and 31.
41, 7, and 31.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, good morning, Karen. Karen is one of our Feng Shui mentors,
Yes.
teachers. She is an incredible, gifted, talented goddess
You
of
know
Feng
it.
Shui, and she is joining us today from California. So,
Yay. Good morning,
yay,
Karen.
welcome, Karen. We'd love to have you with us.
And you know what? One thing about Karen that I adore, one of the many
Yes,
things, is
yes.
she always writes the most profound
Oh,
articles for the
yeah. Oh,
Chinese New Year.
goosies,
For the
goosies. I
Chinese New
just
Year.
got goosies.
Yeah.
Oh, and Karen. Yeah, like we literally, I mean, I sit by my computer in
Waiting for it.
the end of January, going, okay, when is she going to send that newsletter? When is it coming? Like, and I'm like, okay. And then I almost want to message her and say, like, Karen, like, come on,
Send
would you
it.
get on with it? Like, we're waiting. And 2024 is the year of the dragon. And guess
Ooh.
who happens to be born in the dragon year? Wow.
That's because this year was
Wood
mine.
dragon, wood dragon over here. So
What a
yeah,
rabbit.
next year, 2024, I'm going to be celebrating the whole year because I'm turning 60. 60.
It's that
Ooh.
special
I'm
day.
gonna I'm gonna be 60 next year. Anyway, so Oh, yes. Okay. So Karen is also a wood dragon. And Tara.
Oh,
Well, it's no wonder we aligned in this lifetime.
no
Hello.
kidding. No, all three of you. That's wild.
Okay, so we'll just put this out there for right now. Maybe the dragons could get together in January on a Feng Shui Friday. We could have Karen and Tara, and we could talk about the dragon energy for 2024.
What about me? What
Okay,
about
let's put
me?
that out there.
What
Yeah.
about me?
Uh, what are you?
Do I get to be part of that conversation?
Of course, yeah,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
checking.
yeah. Anyways, yeah.
This is
So
my year.
Cheryl,
This
yeah,
is this
yeah,
is my year.
this is your year, right? That's right.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
What
Anyway.
year are we in? I don't even remember anymore. It's been flying by. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
anyway. Okay, let's get back to the cards.
Yeah, back to business. Okay.
So,
Secondary
secondary
entrances.
Yay. And mirrors. These, of course, they all intersect, right?
Hmm.
They all intersect. Everything intersects because everything's connected. Energy
Yeah.
doesn't, there is no separation. There isn't any. But when it comes to mirrors and entrances, and interestingly, we're working with our 21-day decluttering program participants last night, and one of them is going to be working on her entrances.
Well, and you know what? That's exactly the thing that came to my
Yep.
mind because she also, the past week, was working on some clutter buildup in her garage.
Right.
And thankfully, for her, kudos to her, that, big double car garage. And we actually saw a vehicle parked in the garage in some of her pictures that she shared with us, which is unusual. I'm going to say probably, I'm just going to throw a number out there and I'm probably going to be pretty darn close. I'm going to say in North America, where we live in our northern climate, that people with garages, probably only 20% of them can park their vehicle in their garage. That'd be my
crazy.
guesstimate.
That's
right?
crazy. That's crazy to me.
That would be my guesstimate, just based on, my own experience, what I've seen, whatever. Anyways, so this person who's in our 21-day decluttering program, she can park a car in her garage. So yay,
And she wants to make room so they
that's a
can
big
both park.
feat. Yeah.
Yep.
And so, however, this week she has some clutter in the garage that she's dealing with. And one of the pictures that she shared with us was going up a short little flight of stairs. I think there was 3 or 4 steps going into the door of the home, right? And so now imagine that you've been able to open the garage door, you're pulling in with your car, you're feeling good because you just came from a meeting or you just came from somewhere, meeting the girlfriend for coffee, whatever. And you're just like, I feel good. You have the music cranked, you're coming home and you get out of the car and you go into the secondary entrance of the home, which is, the entrance that you use, and you're greeted with a pile of stuff. Like so much stuff that you have to navigate a little path to get up the stairs. Now imagine if you got your arm full, you got some groceries in there, and you got a purse, and you got this or that. What happens to your energy in that split moment? You go, right?
Instant deflation.
Then you go in the house, so you navigate through all this stuff, and you get in the house and you put the groceries down, and then something else is in the way and whatever, and you start cooking dinner, and instead of infusing that meal with that love and gratitude and that great energy that you were feeling like 10 minutes ago, now you're just throwing stuff in a pot and it's like, because, and you don't even know why you're kind of got that little bit of frustration or that angst.
Attitude, a little bit of attitude, maybe.
Right? And all of that happens without your awareness because your secondary entrance, the place that you come into your home, is not greeting you and saying, hello, beautiful. Did you have a great day? Oh, we're so happy to see you. Come on into this beautiful space, this beautiful home. And quite often, those secondary entrances get neglected because those are not the spaces we show the world.
The reflection. It's an absolute reflection. That's where a mirror comes in.
Aha. Okay, take us there.
Well, I want to talk a little bit more about the secondary entrance, because when we're the ones that own the home, when it's our home, it's our possession, and we get into the habit of convenience of pulling into the garage. Now, do you think the queen comes in a secondary entrance? And what is she greeted with? So there are some beliefs, and it doesn't matter what entrance into your home you're going into, you're the queen of that domain. And what's greeting you? What's greeting the queen? Is it, I don't even want to go in the door because there's so much to do and I just don't want to deal with it? Is it, it's not bad, I'm okay coming in and out of that door? Or is it, I'm home, I'm in my sacred space that I absolutely love and adore? And there's always a range.
Go, yes.
I'm so happy to be home.
Does it give you that hell yes feeling? And if it doesn't, then why not? Time to clean out the clutter.
Exactly. So that's that mirror reflection of, because what's going on in our external world is a reflection of what's going on in our internal world. Right? Now, mirrors can reflect. Well, they do reflect, not can. They reflect. They're a water element when we get into the elements, but they can direct the energy as we see it. And more than once, Anita and I have gone into businesses and homes and wherever the case may be, and we're greeted by a mirror. And what that mirror is doing is reflecting the energy right back out the door. So if you're feeling like you're always coming and going and coming and going and coming and going, what's greeting you? Is your energy being welcomed into the home, or is it being directed back out that door? Hand up.
And because quite often people do have mirrors at their entrances, whether it's the main entrance or the secondary entrance. And, they're great things to have, but it's positioning, right? You've got to position them in a specific way. But the mirror also amplifies the energy.
Right.
And so now it is doubling, right? So let's again go back to our little scenario of all that stuff at the secondary entrance. And if there happened to be a mirror there, now it's just doubled all of that stuff. So now the angst, the frustration, the
clutter, the annoyance,
effect on the nervous system is doubled. It's now doubled. It's amplified, right? But let's use mirrors to our advantage, right?
Absolutely. So one of the most used cures, Feng Shui cures, is a mirror.
Yeah. Well, and in China, they actually have mirror wars, right? Put up a mirror, I'm deflecting your energy. No, I'm going to deflect yours. No, I'm going to give you back your own energy. They have mirror wars because mirrors are considered the aspirin in Feng Shui, right? They can cure anything, from a headache to a headache. So mirrors, really. So what is it you want to double in your life? What do you want to amplify? Like, right? Maybe you have some a mirror in your wealth and prosperity corner of your office, and it's doubling the little prosperity bowl that you have. I don't know, right? There's opportunity there. Mirrors can make a space feel bigger and larger, more expansive.
And mirrors back to
And
back can just bounce that energy back and forth and not do a damn thing.
yeah. So yeah, mirrors are, we could do a whole thing just on mirrors. I have used mirrors to deflect people's energy back at them. That works amazing. I call it Feng Shui voodoo. I probably shouldn't, Karen, but anyways. Yeah, Karen, feel free to make any comments in there if you like. We
Absolutely.
always love our teacher, right?
Well,
One of our teachers, mentors.
Let's carry over the mirrors to the master bedroom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, was it back in the 80s? I think they used to put mirrors on the ceilings or something.
Well, not just on the ceilings, but on the headboards.
Oh yeah, the headboard, flashing lights. But that was, or maybe that was in the 60s when they had the psychedelics going on. Yeah, because that kind of, tied in with the whole era. And, you do see some homes. We still, to this day, go into homes and we see mirrored closet doors. Mirrored closet doors. So think about what we just said. So they are, amplifying or magnifying. They're doubling the energy in that space. And I worked with a couple who were having some marital problems. The wife was ready to leave her husband, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so their bedroom was a complete disaster. There was clothes everywhere. The walls in the bedroom were painted red.
A little bit of fire.
And they had mirrored closet doors. Okay, so paint the picture in your head. Their master bedroom. So the mirror closet doors were doubling the energy of all the stuff everywhere. And also doubling that fire energy, which was keeping their relationship combustible, like it was literally combusting.
Yep.
And there was a picture, and we talked about this in our Power of an Unstoppable Woman conference. Picture this. There was a picture on that bedroom wall that was a wolf, a male wolf, a big, picture of this male wolf. And the picture was on the man's side of the bed. And so he was clearly the master of that domain, right? And it added to that fire energy of the room. And it was just like, oh. So I was able to work with actually just the wife. The husband wasn't even involved in that whole process. But as she started to shift and change some of those energies, starting in the master bedroom, her and her husband's relationship rekindled and was mended. And a result, they ended up having a third child together.
Go figure, right?
Yeah.
So here's the other thing about a mirror. When you're pointing a finger at a mirror, you've got, first, when you're pointing a finger at anybody, you've got 3 pointing back at you. But now that's also being reflected. So if you're ever working in a space, and it was part of the topic of conversation last night in our 21-day decluttering program, You do your work. You do you best, and that ripple effect will also flow out. And it does affect the other person. So that what you were just sharing, Anita, that story of that couple, she did her work.
Yep.
There was no finger pointing. It's his stuff. It's his blah, blah. It's blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You got a whole, when you start pointing your finger at somebody else, especially in a mirror, you've got it all coming back on you. It's all reflected on you. So you do your work. You clear your clutter. You get your stuff under control and watch the shift that happens, because that ripple effect goes out. And we talked already about a mirror being a water element.
Yeah.
So use it to your advantage. There are times when the positioning of mirrors is super important. And it was what I learned when I first started studying Feng Shui with Anita. We got time. I came home and realized that every mirror that was hung in the house was hung so I was perfectly positioned. Well, my husband's 6'1", so he was cut off in most of the ornamental mirrors in our house. And in conversation, he felt cut off, that he wasn't being heard. So the picture that the back of this card is, right? So you see it down here where he's being cut off, and here where he can see himself fully. Your pictures or your mirrors, where they're hung and where they're located, is also important. That the adults in the house are fully visible. And as your children grow, the mirror positioning needs to grow with the child in their rooms. So they haven't outgrown.
And again, you know, go back to the master bedroom and the mirrors in the master bedroom. So, you know, rule of thumb, do not have excessive mirrors in the master bedroom, because they all, you know, they're going to reflect their reflection. They reflect light particles, right? So just a little bit of light coming in bounces off the mirror and it amplifies it. And just, you know, that little bit of energy at night when you're supposed to be sleeping, rest, rejuvenation, right? In your master bedroom is not happening, because this active energy is in your bedroom, keeping it awake. And it's not only just mirrors, it's reflective surfaces. So again, we can go back to Mother Nature and say, what does Mother Nature do? Well, you know, there's a body of water, and it's a beautiful, calm day out on the Sylvan Lake. And I can take a beautiful picture of the shoreline, and it is, you know, amplified, duplicated, you know, mirrored in that image of water. And so, you know, it can be that reflective surface. So your television can be a reflective surface in the bedroom that can be keeping you awake at night. And the best way to know, you know, we always say, let's look at the results, because there is, you know, in essential feng shui, there is no one size fits all.
Correct.
This is all about working with you, you know, what are the results that are currently showing up for you? So in your master bedroom, if you currently are not experiencing rest, you know, rejuvenation, a little bit of romance. There's stuff going on energetically. We want to look through our feng shui eyes and figure out what that is. And some people might have mirrored closet doors and sleep really well. So what we would do in a case where, you know, replacing the mirrored closet doors is like, oh, that's a big expense. Well, let's see if it makes a difference. So then what we might suggest is putting those mirrors to sleep at night, and or the television. So just take an old bed sheet or a blanket and just cover them up at night for a week and see if it makes the difference, right?
Exactly.
If it changes the result. If it does, yay, solution, right? Yeah.
Easy peasy, easy peasy. Okay, so let's talk about numbers because we're coming to the top
Okay.
of the hour here.
Hey, good morning, Kathy.
Hello,
She was
ladies.
tuning in a little bit later than normal, all the way from Alaska. I love how we have all this international stuff going on.
Yeah,
Look at all these people from all these different places. How cool is that?
it is cool. It is cool. So we've got the number 7 mirrors, the number 41 secondary entrances. So that's a 5 and a 7 is a 12, which is a 3.
Mhm.
And the number 31, which is a 4, and 3 and 4 is a 7.
Ooh, 7.
Springboard.
Uh-huh.
Right? When you look at the shape of a 7, is it a springboard for you? It's considered one of the most spiritual numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot to grab my double digitology book this morning. So,
And I don't have mine, which reminds me because I lent it to somebody.
oh,
Yes, I borrowed it to somebody. I'm going to put that in my notes for today to get my double digitality the book back.
I'll grab mine then. It's handy.
Okay.
So the number 7. Let me get there. 7. The 7 is about being in the head, intuition, inner wisdom, analyzing, spirituality, and practicality. Paying attention to your foundation. Because when you look at the shape of the 7, and it's on an angle to boot, that can be a little bit unstable there. Going within, learning from the cycles of life, being in constant communication with your own angelic realm or guidance. And I'm going to read this last paragraph. Since it is also about mysticism, it creates a constant ping-pong effect between mysticism and practicality. You are connected to the mysticism, you understand it, yet you will be searching for a foundation to make things feel a bit more practical. So I think we covered both of those today in this number 7.
I think so.
Practicality and the mysticism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's that inner world meeting that outer world, right?
Absolutely.
And that relationship that
reflection.
is constantly in flux and affecting how we show up in the world in our
Absolutely.
authentic, right? In that with that inner wisdom.
Love it.
Love it, love
Very
it, love
cool.
it.
Any questions that we need to address or comments that we need to address?
No questions. Karen just had a comment, those bedroom mirror doors are so problematic, as well as, the height issues with mirrors are so important. Yeah, like I say, mirrors. So, maybe it's an opportunity for us all today to look at the mirrors in our home.
I would
where
say
they're
the
from.
cleanliness of them too.
What's that?
I would say the cleanliness of them too.
Oh, absolutely. Because if they're all, right?
Creaked and distorted.
Yeah. Well, and think about your car, right? So when you're driving in your car, you have a rear view mirror showing what's, coming up behind you, and you got some side mirrors. So you got that peripheral vision. So, where in our home do we have peripheral vision, which gives us a heads up of what's coming? Offices are great places. Anyways, we could do, like I say, another whole thing just on mirrors. And look at that, 10 o'clock already. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed our Feng Shui Friday with Anita and Cheryl, all in alignment. And you can find us on
YouTube, all in alignment. Obviously here on Facebook. Instagram. We're on Instagram as well.
Yeah.
And on Facebook, we have this Feng Shui Friday group, but we also have our All in Alignment page. And we do post different things on both. So just an FYI for you.
Mhm.
Have yourselves a fabulous week. And I forgot to put a poppy on this morning. So in Canada,
Oh, yes.
tomorrow
Mhm.
is Remembrance Day, 11/11. A double-digit day. And I don't want to say in my experience, but in my understanding, the energies have been really building a lot lately. There's some craziness happening going on in there. So for those of us that are watching and those of us that are a little bit aware right now, we really need to ground our energy,
Mhm.
connect into Gaia, and be that safe harbor, be those stakes in the ground that are anchoring some love and some light.
And compassion.
Yeah. Parting
Mhm.
words, my friend, as we wrap up.
Just have yourself a beautiful, beautiful day and full of blessings. Yeah, it's filled with blessings. Let's just see if we can find them.
Love it. Have a great week, everybody.